Good afternoon or good evening. This is Erica Leggett, the Library Queen, coming to you once again for our Parasymposium. Remember, Parasymposium happens every second Wednesday of each month, beginning at 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. So, last month, our topic was transforming your library into a learning commons. This month, we are going to be talking about supporting classroom instruction through the school library. It is so very important that as librarians or as paraprofessionals, we do what we can to make sure that we are supporting our teachers and the students, parents, our administrator. So it's very crucial or important to make sure that we are always keeping our library and library program the center of the school. So let's get started on supporting classroom instruction through the school library. If you are viewing through the if you're viewing through the Google Hangout, remember that you are always welcome to post questions. If you have any questions, I will answer them as I'm going through the slides. Just remember that this is a place for us to collaborate, connect, come together, share our ideas. And so let's get started supporting classroom instruction through the school library. So, you're the school librarian. Yes, you are. And I'm sure you are pretty awesome and amazing. So, you're the school librarian and you want to know, well, how can I support classroom instruction using the school library program or the library program that you have? So, I'm going to be actually touching on 3 points today, things that you can do to support classroom instruction. So I'll be talking about collaborating with your teachers, also assisting in the selection of appropriate resources, and then also make sure that you are always delivering a dynamic activity or lesson that you are able to do with your students. I think all of these things are important. And then this helps you not only to support the classroom instruction, but also to be a viable resource on your school campus. So let's touch on the first one, collaborating with the classroom teacher. What does that look like? Well, when you are collaborating with the classroom teacher, which is very important, because when you collaborate, you're showing that one, you're a team player, and two, that you want to be able to offer the best services you can to your students and your teachers. So, with collaborating with the classroom teacher, 3 points that I just want to talk about. Be a part of grade level PLCs. If you don't know what a PLC is, that is professional learning communities. That should be happening on every campus, no matter where you are. But being a part of that helps you to prepare for what each grade level is doing, and then you're able also to form relationships with your teaching staff, which is definitely very important. So being a part of grade level PLCs. So maybe you're not a part of the grade level PLCs. I think it's very important if you at least connect with a teacher in each grade level, because I have found over my years that maybe, at the beginning, or I'm new to a school site, so everybody is kind of just standoffish. They're not sure about what the library program has to offer, what's the purpose of it. And so in those instances, I would say if you're unable to be a part of the grade level PLCs, then at least find a teacher in each grade level that you can connect with, begin to show that teacher resources that are available in the school library, and doing lessons with that teacher's students, and then the word will begin to spread. So I think that's important. Next, acquire a copy of the pacing guide. Each school district, should have a pacing guide. And what a pacing guide is, it just helps the teachers know where they should be during the school year. So maybe second grade's theme is weather. The pacing guide breaks down, around what time of each month they should be focused on each theme. And so, I know for my school district, that information is shared with all staff through our staff portal. So I'm able to acquire it from there. If you're not sure where to locate the pacing guides, I'm pretty sure if you ask somebody, they will be more than welcome to help. Or just check your school district's website under staff resources, and you can possibly get it from there. But that's important also because maybe you can't get to the grade level PLCs, or maybe you haven't formed those relationships quite yet to where teachers feel comfortable with you pushing into the PLC. Well, if you have a copy of the pacing guide, you are able to create your library lessons according to where each grade level should be at, or what theme they should be on. So I think that that's definitely important. And you are supporting classroom instruction, because what the students are learning in the classroom, now that is being reflected through the library. Even if it's sharing a book related to the theme that a grade level or a teacher is studying. Lastly, as it relates to collaborating with the classroom teacher, meet a variety of subject needs. I know that you're a librarian, we work in libraries, and so it is just common for everybody to just focus on English language arts, which is great. I mean, kids should be reading. We should be encouraging the kids to read. But I think meeting a variety of subject needs, well, you know what? Maybe they're studying about missions in social studies. So that's something that you can share with them. Or they're studying heritage. In social studies. There are tons of great books out there that have to do with heritage, and you can book talk a book, but at least you are showing that the library is not just about English language arts. There's resources and materials in the school library to support the various subject needs of the students as well as the teachers. So that is for collaborating with classroom teacher. So next, assist in selecting appropriate resources. This is so important. If you are trying to show that the library is the place to be, or it has resources that the students and teachers need, then you can play a role in assisting the teachers or the students in selecting appropriate resources. So what that looks like, I actually put a few here for. So first, and nothing goes in particular order, this is just how I put it up here on my slide, but have teachers fill out resource request forms. And if you would like more information about that, you can always send me an email or check out my blog, www.thelibraryqueen.net, and that information is on my blog. There's a resource request form that I created. So maybe, there's a teacher or there's a grade level, they are veering away from maybe what's on the pacing guide, or they're delving in deeper into something that's on the pacing guide, or they have a project coming up. Well, I will give my teachers a resource request form, and they're able to fill that out, answer the questions, give it back to me. And this helps me because when they get ready to come and visit the school library, now I already know in advance what it is that they're doing. So I have gathered resources for them so that it can make their visit to the library more efficient. Also, have a variety of materials available. I think that's so crucial because we need to get out of the idea and fact that the library is just about books, or that is all that students can get from the library. And so offering a variety of materials is great. I mean, you should have books. Now with smartphones, you can encourage your students and teachers, or share helpful apps that the students can be using that go along with maybe their lesson or their theme. Offering videos outside of just VHS. I don't know if anybody else has a VHS player. I know I do, but I'm not talking about VHS, DVDs. Maybe you don't have that, but online has a plethora of resources and videos. So you have YouTube, you have TeacherTube, but being able to pull information and resources from there that you can share with the students and teachers will prove to be very beneficial. Also, sharing helpful websites, that's important. So you have books, you have apps, you have websites, you have videos. Those are different materials that you can not only offer, but let your teachers and students know that are available, that's available to them as well. Showing teachers how the resources that are available are beneficial. Not only how they are beneficial, but also how to use them. Because I know for my classes, I see each class 40 minutes when it's their library time. So that is a great amount of time, but 40 minutes is just a portion of their school day. So most of their time is spent in the classroom outside of recess, or if you're middle school, high school passing period. So the thing is that being able to show your teachers how to use the resources that are available to them helps, because they are with their teachers more than they are with you. And so teachers are able to use the resources in their classrooms. I know in my district, shout out to teachingbooks.net, whoop whoop. That is a resource that we subscribe to as a district, but it is a rich resource. It has author videos, it has book talks, it has information on books, it breaks it down by Common Core, it has lessons, it has activities. So that's a great resource. So not all the time will I be able to share everything with students. Like I said, I see each class when it's their library time 40 minutes, but the rest of the week and the rest of that day, they're in their classroom. So why not show the teachers these resources that are available to them, so they're able to use them in the classroom. I think it's always good when you can make connections for the students, and that's why it's important to support classroom instruction through the school library, because you're making connections. That student is learning about something in class, and then they're in the library, and even though tweaked and different, they're still learning the same thing. And so they're getting what they need in every place on campus. And I think that's awesome. Uh, Lastly, be flexible. I think that's so important, and I put that there because not all the time, uh, you know, will a teacher share with you maybe what their theme or topic, or what they're going to do a project on, not because they're not nice or don't respect you, but there's a lot on their plate, as I'm sure there's a lot on your plate. And so sometimes it will be a last minute thing. They might let you know that day, might let you know when they come in, oh, you know what, we are going to do science fair projects. But at least one, being flexible and not stagnant, and then you're able to still bring out resources for that teacher and students to use. Okay, let's move on here. Our next one is deliver dynamic. I was originally just going to put deliver activities or lessons with students, but I think that word dynamic means a lot and brings a lot to this portion of the slide, because yeah, we want to be doing things that are awesome, things that are amazing, things that are dynamic. I take every opportunity that I can to show how important and crucial it is to have a great library program on your school campus. So that's why and you're able to do that through the activities and lessons that you do with students. We have to get out of just thinking that the library is a place for them to come in and get books so they can read during the week, or they come in and get their textbooks at the beginning of the year and then you never see them again. And I think I touched on this in creating a learning commons, transforming your library into a learning commons last month, where we need to get out of the old age and old thinking of how the library used to be. The library needs to be a space of collaborating, projects are, being created, things are happening, kids are talking, you know. It's just a great and powerful resource on the school campus. So delivering a dynamic activity or lesson with students. Remember, we are talking about supporting classroom instruction through the school library. So I put on there 25-minute activity or lesson, and that is because, once again, I have my students for 40 minutes each. So we usually spend 25 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes on some type of lesson or activity. And then the last 10-15 minutes is geared towards book checkout. But the one thing I have come to find over the years, in the beginning, when you do your orientation and review library rules and how to utilize the library, at that time, you use that as an opportunity to either review refresh, or let the students know for the first time how to use the library, where things are located, using the online card catalog. Once they begin to learn how to locate their materials or where to look to find those things, that 15 minutes goes down to like 10 minutes, 7 minutes. It's not taking them as long to look for or get their books. And so that allows me to have more time to do an activity or lesson with them. Next, it's okay to stretch the lesson or activity. I think that's always good. You can start something 1 week, and then maybe it takes 2-3 weeks to finish that up. That is good because you won't be as stressed trying to find out, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to read? What am I going to present to the students, every week? And also, in their classrooms, or if you look at the pacing guide, let's say their theme is sea life. Well, they're not talking about sea life in their class for 1 week. They're doing it over 3, 4, 5, sometimes even 7 weeks. And so you are able to stretch your lessons or activities that you have that coincide to what they're doing in the classroom. I think that's an awesome thing. That's a great thing. And the kids look forward when you do dynamic, or you just do activities or lessons that engage the students. They are looking forward to coming back to the library next week. And then that takes me into the third point, which is make it meaningful and related to the accompanying resource. So like I use Sea Life as an example. So if they're doing Sea Life in the classroom, well, you need to engage that student. That should be, what you're sharing with them. Because remember, we're talking about supporting classroom instruction. I can't support classroom instruction if in the classroom they're talking about missions, and in the library I'm talking about something totally different. I think it's very good to reflect what they're doing in the classrooms. And I guarantee you, your teachers will appreciate you for that. I'm sure they already appreciate you. The next point, have fun. It is okay to have fun in the library. You should have fun. I tell my students all the time that my library is like Disneyland. It is the happiest place on earth. And so, make the library fun, make it engaging, do something different. That gets the kids to want to continue to come back, as well as the teachers too. So make it fun, whatever you're going to do, whatever activity or lesson that you're going to do, make it fun. Also, when you do activities and lessons with the students, this gives them an opportunity to collaborate. So they are able to collaborate with one another. Maybe an activity or lesson that you have allows them to be able to talk or collaborate with somebody they normally wouldn't in the classroom. So that's great. But yes, give the students an opportunity to collaborate, to talk, to create together. Everything doesn't have to be separate, but creating projects, creating plays, but collaboration is very important. Collaboration should not just be happening between the adults on campus, but it should be happening with the students. So creating those opportunities for your students to collaborate is definitely a good idea. Okay. So I believe I touched on all 3 topics that I was going to today in supporting classroom instruction through the school library. So remember, it is so crucial and important. If you are going to support classroom instruction, which you should be supporting classroom instruction, then make sure you are collaborating with the classroom teacher. Also, make sure assisting in the selection of appropriate resources. Not only appropriate resources, but a plethora of resources. Give them options, give them choices. That's so important. And then, lastly, making sure you're connecting all of that, the collaboration with the classroom teacher, the resources that you are offering and making available to the students and teachers. You round that up by delivering a dynamic activity or lesson with the students. Continue to keep them engaged. Continue to make the library a place that students want to come to. So this is our webinar today on supporting classroom instruction through the school library. Remember, we will be meeting same time, same place next month, second Wednesday of the month at 5:15 p.m. I hope to hear from you. Also, you can stay connected through my Google Plus page, Library Queen E. You are always welcome to check me out on YouTube, Library Queen E, as also my blog, which is www.thelibraryqueen.net. Or please always feel free to send me an email at libraryqueenel@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Share, pass the word, tweet it out, Instagram it, Facebook, hashtag Parasymposium. Every second Wednesday of each month at 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. Have a good one.